I can't
Okay.
remember, yeah, but yeah.
There are so many words are common in our Hindi and Uzbek.
Yes, like-
So
Yeah.
we know
Yes.
like
Like-
kitab, divar,
Yeah.
mazmoon,
Dunya,
like dunya.
Muhabbat.
Yeah, so there are so many things.
Alam.
Yeah, yeah.
So sometimes we
All
catch the keywords and we understand like what the people are talking.
Yeah,
And
yes.
one similarity also find like in the Russian language, and we have the traditional language like ancient language Sanskrit.
Yes, that's
So many words are also common. So little bit familiarity is here. Like
Wow.
yeah.
Perfect.
I do remember one of the lines. Mirza Babar,
Bob, yeah.
Mirza Babar, Sin Feronin. No, I don't know.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Nice.
And great honor for us
Yeah.
to listen our native own language from foreigners just like you.
Yes,
Yeah,
why
but-
not? Because it's really interesting to learn new languages. Yeah.
Of course.
So, Professor Anil, can you also remember your first days in Uzbekistan?
Yeah, it was really memorable. I cannot forget this. When I landed in Uzbekistan, it was night 3 o'clock. So somehow we arrived to our destination, and in the morning when I get up, I found that world is entirely changed. So, but I come to know like I knew some landmarks. Google Map is there to nowadays help us. And people are very cooperative here. That's the best part.
Yeah.
So even though they don't know English, even though they don't know my own language Hindi, but still how we can express the things and how they understand. It's a really one of the best thing is what language is not a barrier of humanity. If we ask something and somebody is ready to help, that is the big thing, you know. So without saying any words, still people are ready to help here. It's really good. Like this country is very hospitable country.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
that
much.
is the first thing which I also noticed. And one funny incident happened because the car we drive in India is on the opposite side.
Yeah.
So the person who took me here, he was in front of me and he was walking. So I was walking behind, and usually the habit, we have to go on the left side in India and then open the gate. But the right side, and I was opening the door, and he said, no, this side, I have to drive. So that was the word, And since then I have seen that Uzbek people are very helpful, not just students, not just,
Same situation have happened with me as well when I was in India.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sat in the wrong seat.
yeah.
That's why.
Wrong side of the car.
Yeah.
The
This
cultural
was-
aspects are very same, like the country here and there, because so many things and traditional aspects is also same. When you have been in India, you find so many similarities like Uzbekistan. Somehow the roots are connected. That's why we are thinking like we are on the same page.
Yeah, this language, it has been evolved from, Persian. In India, it is Sanskrit, and then Persia, then it merged to, come up with the language which is Urdu and Hindi. So that is how we are having something common. Most of the things are common in
Perfect.
language.
And generally, how many languages do you know?
More precisely, only 2
5.
languages I know, but nowadays I am learning Russian
Russian.
and giving some emphasis on Uzbek also. So maybe after 6 months, I may say the 4 languages I hold.
It's all.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, we are trying to.
And Dr. Anil Saroye, as you mentioned earlier that you work with IT sphere, IT sector in Amity University, and if I'm not mistaken, they are some kind of unique majors just like the data analytics and software development, business analytics and programming and artificial intelligence solutions and applications. Maybe these are one of the best major unique directions which was performed by the teachers among the students as well. Can you share with us some kind of unique expressions or propagandas while going through on in these professions, in these spheres, fields I mean, and generally to tell what kind of skills or ability should be demanded from a person who want to be a mature specialist in the IT sector, IT field?
Yeah, it's a really good question. Nowadays, it's a kind of like rat race. Everybody is thinking about like, want to achieve some excellence in IT. But it's not like that. Just having the expertise in computer is not much like we are excellent in IT. There should be the basics need to be strong for the new entrants, like programming languages. They should have at least they should have hold of one programming language, and it could not be like just following others. Like that guy is doing this, so I should go for this. No, it should be come with the self belief. Like I need to be expert in one direction only because it's an ocean. And if we try to cover entire ocean, it's not possible. We need to just focus on one direction and we can achieve. Yes, as you said, like data analytics, business analysis, nowadays things are coming towards artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And this artificial intelligence is not just to cover so many things. If we focus on one direction, if we know how to clear the data and how to analyze the data, and how we can, with this data, how we can create the predictive information, and then the future analysis, then prediction is possible, then we can say, like now artificially things are working. So from my side, if I say the new technocrats, they should be focused with their one line, they should be expertise with one programming language, one database, and they should know the concept of networking also, because it's required, knowledge of data structure algorithm, and then they should dive into the like artificial intelligence related concept like machine learning and deep learning. That's a path. If they follow it, I think they will be a successful IT person.
Yes.
Perfect.
And my direction, my major is tourism, is Maftuna, tourism. And Dr. Shoaib is my PA program leader.
Wow, perfect.
Yes. And he conducts classes very cheerful way, not like a teacher, but also like a friend. Yeah. And this is also good, I guess, in pedagogical sphere,
Yes.
right? And also, sorry, could you please tell what is tourism for you? What do you like? What do you understand by what's tourism for you in your life?
So, when we talk about tourism, people usually think that you are going to some place, okay, leaving your place of work or maybe place of study, or maybe where you reside. But it's not about just leaving a place. It's about learning things. It's about absorbing the culture. It's about giving some responsible senses to the people who are there, and you have to get some exchange of knowledge.
Yeah.
That is what we do. And earlier we have seen that it was kind of irresponsible
Networking
tourism.
as well.
Yeah, irresponsible tourism people were doing, but now we are focusing majorly on responsible tourism and sustainable development. For example, see, in Uzbekistan we have seen recently we have opened the gates for tourism for the past 3 years, and now we are giving here so many countries we are providing the visas. Earlier the policy was kind of not liberal, but now tourism is prospering here also.
Specifically green tourism.
Yes, green tourism. That's why this time UNWTO they had kept the theme of green initiative and green investment. So whatever the businesses, whatever the entrepreneurship, or maybe any kind of job or infrastructure that you're developing, it needs to be sustainable, it needs to be responsible. Else what happens when they're starting, everybody likes it, but after a few years when the carrying capacity is crossed, then they don't like it.
And also we had on 27th of Day, as we remember. Could you also talk about this during
World
the
Tourism Day?
celebrations,
Yeah.
regarding celebrations?
We in Amity University, Tashkent, we celebrated the World Tourism Day, which happens to be conducted every year on 27th September, and this year again we celebrated it, and we organize cultural shows. Cultural walk was there, and cuisines preparations, native cuisines of Uzbekistan were there. Then there were a competition, so different photography competition and videography competitions were there, and I think Shoaib has won in that, and yes, you were there in consolation. I know. Okay, you were on the 4th place, but unfortunately we have to give to the 3. But yes, the purpose of doing that kind of event is to promote the tourism. Means not just for the purpose of economy, but the sense of responsibleness, sense of social well-being, humanity, because everybody is moving for and any purpose that they are moving, it is tourism, whether it could be business, it could be food, it could be culture, or anything.
Perfect.
Yes.
And what can you say about what is the best and the worst thing about being a teacher?
Actually, teaching, which I believe it's not a simple task, it's very challenging. The best part is when we see the last bench student is going to give concentration what I am teaching. Nowadays, what the problem is that students are carrying gadgets in the classes, and once they got distracted by any means, maybe they got a call, they got a message, then sometime we think maybe I'm giving 100%, but it's not reaching to the student 100%. So that is one obstacle we have. Otherwise, when students feel smile and when they achieve something in their life and they got success. See, I'm in this profession from last 19 years. So many of my students are at the top position of other university, other organization, industries. So when we see like our students are achieving their goals, they are getting success, get success in their life. It's a real big relief for us, a big, happy for us, happy moment for us. So obviously we want our students to always grow. That's the best thing.
What do you think? This is the best appreciation message from the students?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, when you see their faces smiling, you really know that. Yes.
It's just a noble profession. We want like our students and the next generation need to be successful. Teachers play important role in this direction. In life, I believe there are 3 mentors for a person: mother, father, and then only teacher. And if a person need to be successful in the life, need at least one master, one ustad, one guru in the life. Guru. If guru is there, if ustad is there, nobody can stop him. For every best player, even we may say the world #1 player in tennis or any game, they also have coach.
Yeah.
Maybe coach didn't find that much of standing, but still there is a guidance of coach which make the person towards success.
Now, for my methodology or my pedagogy is what? That I don't call myself as a teacher. Maybe I prefer to use the word facilitator because we together, we everyone as a teacher, what we say, we try to facilitate students. We try to learn with them and then make them learn, because we are not perfect and learning never stops.
To find yourself in the place of the world.
Obviously, when I'm teaching, sometimes I'm teaching like my ex-professor, like what the professor was doing. So that style I incorporate in my teaching. In school days, when the teacher was like, see, it's a learning. We learn so many things from our teacher. Now we are using their style in our way.
Yes.
So always teaching and learning is a similar thing, in the life.
And for the question that you asked, that what are the 2 opposites means, one of the best thing and one of the worst thing, I don't think that there could be anything worse in teaching or facilitating. Yeah, but there are challenges that you have to face. For example, sir said, technology, the lack of concentration.